NASCAR officially announces they're headed to San Diego in 2026, plus expect Spire to go Xfinity Series racing next year, and a couple other things we're hearing about. Welcome back to Break Hard. I'm Matt. So I want to go ahead and apologize off the bat here because I'm headed to the Brickyard 400 this weekend. And if you've followed me enough on here or on other social accounts, you know that wherever I go, it seems like rain follows. Well, I'll be at the Brickyard 400 this weekend, and guess what? There's a chance of rain once again. So my apologies to everybody in advance here in case it does rain. I don't want it to, but I'll try to leave the rain jacket at home, maybe, hopefully. Regardless, I'm excited to get out there and hopefully see some people at the racetrack. Now, let's get into what we want to talk about today. On Wednesday, NASCAR officially announced they are headed to San Diego for a race at Naval Base Coronado on Father's Day weekend, June 19th through the 21st in 2026. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you knew about this last night because I got tipped off that there would be an announcement today for it. And I think it's cool. I think it is going to be unlike anything else NASCAR has ever done. Obviously, they took the Chicago street race off the calendar for the 2026 season. Now, the street race, if that's what you want to call it, will take place at the Naval Base on Coronado. It will be at the airfield, the North Island area of Coronado. So get your Top Gun references ready. Somebody call Tom Cruise, get Maverick down here. Go find the bar that Rooster sang at the piano at. If you want to have a volleyball game, go for it, even though some of them probably shouldn't take their shirts off, or a football game, depending on which Top Gun you enjoy the most. But they are headed to North Island next season for a pretty unique setup. Now, NASCAR said that in the track that you saw in the announcement video, which is top notch, absolutely go find the announcement video they put out for it. The drivers that they had do it were all really fit their roles well. But the track layout that was shown in that video, that's not the official track layout. They said they're still working with iRacing and the base to make any sort of changes or anything like that. But they did say that the track will be somewhere in the 3-mile length. Unfortunately, for all the caution and stage breaks, that's probably going to take some time. But hey, it's going to be unique. It's going to use a decent portion of the base. It will incorporate parts of the tarmac apron along with taxiways and other roads around the base. It does not sound like it's going to be on the actual active runways, but will be kind of all around the base there. They did mention that there will be aircraft carriers in the background of shots, aircraft in the background of shots, the city of San Diego, the bay. So visually, it should look pretty cool. They also said that there will be tens of thousands of fans at the event. So anybody that was concerned about potentially not going, guess what? You're going to have the opportunity to go if you want to. I know there's a lot of concern, an unreasonably high level of concern from a lot of people that are like, it's an active military base. How are they going to give clearance to every person that goes in there? The same way they do air shows at active military bases. It's going to be perfectly fine. They're going to get it figured out logistically. Traffic might be a bit of an issue because Coronado is not the easiest thing to get on and off of, and apparently everybody that goes to the base there said that getting on base can be miserable on some days. Now you're going to throw in tens of thousands of people, and it might be even more hectic. So we'll have to deal with that when we get there. This is all in part of the 250th anniversary of the United States, which will happen in 2026. This is a one-year deal. Ben Kennedy did say, though, that he's open to additional years or maybe even moving this around to other active bases. But for now, it's a one-year deal. Basically, it takes the place of Mexico on the calendar for next year. I would not expect Mexico to return on the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series calendar, potentially again in 2027. Though the race will also be broadcast on Prime, and there will be a title sponsor for the race. Anduril will be the sponsor of this event. That was not announced on Wednesday, but will be announced in coming weeks, so I would fully expect that to happen as well. But overall, I think this is going to be a cool event. It's going to be like, a hybrid of a road course, an airport, all kind of mixed into one. Like, think St. Pete, maybe, just with less of like a downtown setting for it. It's a unique opportunity for NASCAR and for the Navy and everyone involved with it. I think it's going to be cool. The fact that it's on Father's Day weekend definitely opens up my calendar for being able to make it out there for it. So I would probably put it like a 95% chance that I will be boots on the ground, as they like to say, in San Diego next year. So I thought everybody's going to have to get their Anchorman memes ready to go. San Diego, which somebody pointed out is not how you pronounce it. And then I was like, well, that's an Anchorman reference. And now I feel old because Anchorman references apparently haven't jumped generations at this point. So that's a bummer for me. But we're also going to have to get Top Gun references together as well. Regardless, I think it's a cool opportunity. I know some people probably aren't going to like it. Some people are probably going to hate it. Oh, it's another road course. Well, it's taking the place of a road course. And there's a chance that we only have 5 road courses on the schedule next year versus 6. So yeah, I wouldn't get too upset about it. I think it's a unique opportunity and something that will be visually cool, cool cultural moment as well, if you're into that kind of thing. So yeah, overall, I like this event a lot. I'm going to, go into it with an open mind. Hopefully we see something cool come out of it. Ben Kennedy also said that the full 2026 schedule will be out in a few weeks. And again, I wouldn't expect too many wild changes. There's realistically, I think maybe 2 additions that are going to happen to it. I think San Diego obviously getting announced there. I have also heard from a couple people that they're expecting to go back to Chicagoland Speedway next year. Obviously, NASCAR doesn't want to abandon the 3rd largest media market in the country, the same way they abandoned the 2nd largest media market in the country in Los Angeles. Now they're back in the vicinity. They're Los Angeles adjacent, right? I don't think they want to do that. Chicago, Joliet, an hour outside of Chicago, but still in the vicinity, I guess. It's closer than other places that they could possibly go. So I think that you could possibly see that come back. I saw the Athletic, quote at basically $4 million to get that track back up into race day shape, which is probably where it is, somewhere in that range based off of the photos that we've seen from it. Hopefully that doesn't include a repave of the racetrack. I would like to see it race with this current worn out surface, albeit there are some large seams that are growing grass and weeds and potentially trees up between them. So hopefully they can get all that figured out. But NASCAR headed to San Diego next year. For the one person that was very concerned in my comments about them doing this on the same weekend as Comic-Con, thankfully calendars exist and it will not happen on the same week as Comic-Con. So all the haulers can get in there and they can all get out. Oh, also, forgot to mention this, all 3 series are going there as well. Truck Series, Xfinity Series, Cup Series, well, whatever the Xfinity Series will call it next year, will all be there for a race on North Island at Coronado. I think it's really cool. Logistically, my brain is like, oh my God, you're going to have to move 160 plus haulers onto the island, put them onto the base. Obviously, there's a lot of space at the base, right? But yeah, that's going to be a lot of work to do and getting all the fans there. Also, I saw Bob Pockrass mention that the bridges, they could have sort of an egress lane. So more lanes going in when the race starts, more lanes going out when the race ends. Regardless, it's going to be hectic and it's going to be crowded. And yeah, I'm sure the Hotel del Coronado is going to be wildly expensive as well, but that might be the best solution that's out there. I don't know. We'll have to look into it and find out. Regardless, NASCAR headed to San Diego next season. On our podcast Closing Laps, shameless plug here, Cameron and I mentioned that silly season on the Cup side has been rather quiet, but silly season on the Xfinity and Truck Series side of things is absolutely popping off. The rumor mill is spinning so fast. It's like a hamster on a wheel right now. You just can't keep up with some of the things that are coming out. And some of them seem absolutely outlandish. Other things you're like, okay, that's plausible, but like, is it actually going to happen? One thing that I would expect for 2026 is for Spire Motorsports to go Xfinity Series racing. Now, Start and Park Car, Colby Evans on Twitter posted a screenshot of Racing Junk on Tuesday night, and it is Spire Motorsports selling off some of their Truck Series equipment, which falls in line with everything that we've been hearing. That Spire is going to shed some of their truck programs, possibly even shut down Andreas Perez this season, maybe even after this weekend's race at IRP, and go Xfinity Series racing in 2026. Now, the question is that everybody's going to be asking, 1, where are they getting their cars from? 2, who are the drivers going to be? We'll start off with the driver's side of thing here. Not confident in who the drivers are going to be yet. I have a general idea who I think that they're going to be. Haven't got that second confirmation. I tell you guys all the time, I'm not going to tell you rumors and information unless I have it come from 2 different people. Haven't had it come from 2 different people. Have had names come from other people, but nothing that I'm super confident on. And I don't want to be the person out here that's like, hey, Kevin Harvick signed to the 5 car officially, and then show up in the garage area next weekend and look like an absolute clown, which has happened. If you're not familiar with it, go ahead and look up that story. Where are they getting their cars from? So that's another part of a bigger rumor that is going around that involves Colleague and Ram and a bunch of other things there. NASCAR Rumors Nostalgia picked up the Colleague part of that on Wednesday. That had been floating around for a couple of weeks as well, potentially Colleague taking over or, doing the Dodge program next year. I think there's a lot more to unpack with that, along with the Spire thing as well. But for now, I would expect Spire to go Xfinity Series racing next year. Daniel Suarez's name came up on Wednesday as well in relation to potentially ending up over at Legacy Motor Club because they want to buy a third charter. Jimmy Johnson was speaking to the media about NASCAR going to San Diego, obviously home track for him. We'll see if he actually races it or not. But he said that Daniel Suarez is a great friend, but doesn't really fit into the Legacy plans going forward, even if they get a third charter, which again aligns with everything that we've been hearing about them potentially getting a third charter. One of their targets is Jesse Love. We'll see if all that pans out, but I wouldn't expect Daniel Suarez to end up over there. I think there's an opportunity maybe for Daniel Suarez in the Cup Series. I think there's opportunities for him in the Xfinity Series as well. And hopefully he ends up in a place that he's comfortable with and a place that, has competitive race cars as well. But for now, that's kind of the two big things that we've been hearing going on. There's certainly going to be some driver movement as well, like there always is. There's going to be some crew movement and stuff like that. But it's July, so we got a few more months before things really start to kick off. Xfinity Series silly season sometimes takes a little bit more time to develop, but right now groundwork is being laid for sure. So let me know in the comments what you think about NASCAR going to Coronado to race at the Naval base there, as well as Spire, expecting them to go Xfinity Series racing next year. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok at BreakHard, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at BreakHardBlog.